This here is Ronald Easter, an evil athletic kleptomaniac, a common archetype created by every good lazy Samaritan that wishes to live vicariously through a hot bad boy. Obviously, how attractive you make your sim is determined by your level of insecurity. This is nothing new. Sexy avatars have always been associated with ugly people. Knowing that and seeing Ronald makes you realize I hate what I see in the mirror. I mean, come on, he's got that perfectly proportioned coconut body. Hard, round, and filled with watery milk. I'll never look this good. That kind of physique can only be achieved through powerlifting combined with a high protein, high sugar diet where you chug a keg of beer every night before bed. Fantasy dad bods aside, Ronald is also a pet lover. He came into this world with 2 starter pets, a dog named Killa and a cat named Soft. I made sure my dog had a large head to make up for the lack of mods in this vanilla playthrough. I don't want to step into that community. It's been flooded with weapons, drugs, anything your twisted nuts desire. As a young one, I used to dabble in Sims 2 bootleg skins, but that's it. I had all the greats ranging from Transformers to Beavis and Butthead. Moving on to modern Sims 3, I bought a house for the Easter family because the ones I designed don't make any sense. Being new in the neighborhood made Ronald want to show his neighbors how muscular he is without having to mow his lawn, so he paid them a shirtless visit. His neighbor was making mac and cheese. Ronald figured the polite thing to do was cook his own family-sized portion, so no one would think he's a health cuck scared of fun. Seeing someone as skilled as Ronald make macaroni made the homeowner realize her cooking belongs in the trash. The humiliation of being bested in her own kitchen caused her to kick Ronald out. He went home to build his own mac and cheese with blackjack and hookers. So, I'm sorry for that one. It was either that meme or I was gonna say something about bulking with cheese. In all seriousness, Ronald started a fire with his cooking. My main concern was getting the pets out of there in order to avoid early cremation. Ronald and this one-man fire department released all the extinguisher cream kept on their persons. But before the flame was even put out, the reliable insurance company hit our boy with a direct deposit. He's gonna need that money to replace his pets since he lets them play in the streets like country folks who would rather deal with roadkill than put up a fence. Well, as far as making a living goes, Ronald was a criminal with dreams of being an evil CEO someday. He can't wait to host meetings that end with trap doors, wear suits made out of underprivileged children, and fly private. Ronald made cash on the side by selling his neighbor's junk. His strategy included going to the bathroom, pretending to drop a blurry shit, and then he steals the lights right out of the wall. The most valuable item Ronald stole was a kitten that he could have easily crushed in his palm. Instead of pawning the kitty, he was going to try and make it his own with Stockholm Syndrome. The plan worked at first, until the sly little bitch discovered the front door. Ronald tried sending his guards after the cat, but it was too late. Later on, I was hit with a chilling memory. I've always been disturbed by how you can pay your fridge to have ingredients in it. Who's in there selling you pancake mix? Eventually, real grocery shopping may work this way if the world becomes so overpopulated, people have to start working in other people's fridges. Hopefully this happens in our lifetime. Next, Ronald adopted this penis cat to impregnate his soft daughter. This rugged puss's name is Fred. Truly a fine addition to Madman Easter's henchman roster. Ronald always wants something new, which explains his reasoning for leaving his stove on while he went to work. Because if you want to upgrade something, you gotta let the old one burn first. Now, I don't think pets can die in fires. Seems too morbid for Sims. Still, I make the students meet outside while the fire marshal lowers the heat capacity. Let's raise it again with forced cat breeding. The mating took place inside a doghouse where fucking weight bounces around like banging on a futon. The outcome was a kitten materializing from one of the food bowls. He was named Thumbs to represent all the polydactyl cats out there. After one too many dumb pet names, the local government stepped in to arrest Ronald Easter for child abuse. He was such a scumbag, he couldn't even make any friends in jail. Hell, Ronald's pets didn't even need him to survive. Once he finally made it home, he passed out in his grody kitchen. Problems kept rolling into Ronald's garage. 2 brand new prototypes he was tasked with naming. This tiny pulsating fella has been documented as Little One, and the game defaulted this guy to Nugget since he's chubby. Ronald better not catch any more charges for these names. Speaking of callbacks, it turns out not every upgrade has to be an insurance related arson. You could sell your unwanted things. Ronald bought a double bed because it was required to fuck his maid, since I don't have the woohoo expansion that allows you to go at it under a couch or inside workout equipment. They did sleep together on their first date, in a wholesome way that featured no splattering or organ failure. When he did finally get to have sex with his maid, it was weird. She wasn't in her kinky outfit, and she stunk so bad a green aura manifested around her. Still, Ronald chose to marry her for some reason. What you're looking at now is their honeymoon. This is when testing cheats enabled true came into play. Ronald had trouble balancing his career with his at-home relationships. He can't sit around and spam actions on his wife and 5 cats to make them love him, so their bars had to be raised. At least the dog will always be his best friend unconditionally, though the mutt is going to become a true killer as an army squad leader. All of Ronald's adult male pets are actually Roman men obligated by law to serve in the military. Anyways, on with the agenda. Our protagonist had to pick between being a dirty thief or an evil guy who sits at a desk. He followed his dreams by pressing the evil button. Now he had hoes on his dick. However, Ronald had no time for that since he had a pregnant wife that loved stealing their neighbor's shit as much as he did. Everything got even worse when their child was born. Ronald named him Hitler Hot Dog Easter because he wanted to make other kids jealous that their uncreative parents aren't overflowing with originality. Before his son even left the womb, you could tell he loved the outdoors. The boy's genetics also gave him the evil trait, granting him the right to blame his parents for all of his issues. The newborn baby hot dog got clumped in with the pets in their training facility. After a sparring session with Fred the cat, Hitler took off his weighted cape to reveal his true power. This impressive display of energy attracted a unicorn scout and a computer-frying ghost. Ronald had no control over his life. His wife was getting old while his son grows stronger. Motherfucker missed his son's birthday, but he's able to be there for a stranger that has been rushed into their final celebration. Those testing cheats led Ronald to an affair. Not one of meaningless cum, he was coming with a purpose. You see, Ronald didn't realize the age difference between him and his wife until getting married. Not in a pedophile way, she was just an old lady that could no longer process his warrior seed, and all he wanted was another baby wishing well. Holes are everywhere. Why, there was one on Ronald's second floor that refused to be filled. Banisters were placed around the invisible square of no entry, not for safety, but for style points. If Ronald wanted a bigger family, he needed to expand his house. Mr. Easter designed a fish-scale love seat, a fruit roll-up couch, and a mossy cobblestone recliner. In the bathroom, he had a hot rod toilet, military-grade shower, and a cowboy sink. Now he felt comfortable letting his girlfriend move in, which pissed off his player-hating son and nosy wife. Ronald didn't care about them anymore. He never really did. He'd rather start a new family with that woman he impregnated on the first date. Here is their child. That kitten he kidnapped earlier. It's now a full-grown dink cat. Good news. My psychotic SIMS scholar of a girlfriend taught me how to have more than 6 pets. You must lock your door to anyone but the household. Snatch up a tiny critter. Wait, go back and unlock your door. We got ahead of ourselves. First, you gotta put them inside. Then you can lock up to contain that new cat or pup. Sadly, you can't capture big dogs as easily since they're heavy shits you must lure in. This household is going to stick to indoctrinating dink cats into their way of wasting space. They continued to add on with the birth of Ronald's daughter, Robust Gorilla, a name he chose to scare off potential predators. Ronald could now forget about his other kid. Hitler Hot Dog needed to be sealed in a vault anyways. He was growing too powerful. If left to roam the earth, he'd corrupt the youth. Spending eternity in his room wouldn't be so bad with a nice TV. Plus, Hitler received all the essentials, a fridge and a urinal. He could technically bathe in either of these objects. Outside of the protective walls, a burglar broke into the house. Ronald was at work, and obviously the toughest member of the household was trapped in his room, leaving the women and pets to defend themselves. Good thing their alarm alerted the neighborhood security guard. Never mind, the robber turned into a smoke cloud and wrecked both the cop and Ronald's old lady. Afterwards, that sneaky home invader vanished into the night, never to be seen again. Once everything was back to normal, Ronald tried cheating his way to the top by telling his mailbox he wants a promotion, but the plea didn't work. It did, however, work for his 2 ladies who are now emperors of glowing red evil. Knowing that the 2 women Ronald hates the most both have his dream job turned him old and bitter. The jealousy literally killed him. The same feeling ended his wife too, only she was envious her husband got to die before her. Yet, the mistress ghosted due to natural causes. The Grim Reaper actually did Ronald a solid by reviving him and leaving those two broads as spirits. Back upstairs, Hitler Hot Dog evolved into a mightier form. His Easter muscles had come in and his head started going the Jimmy Neutron direction. Alright, that's the ending. This could be a one-off for a series. Sims has plenty of extra content that's worth 10 a G. Just look out for sales from the EA scalpers. I will say that I never gave Sims 4 much of a chance because they took out a bunch of features from the previous game and replaced them with loading screens. Oh well, thanks for watching and keeping me alive.